I've lived abroad most of my life and I recently moved to the US. But before moving to the US, I had a 6-month summer break. Sounds amazing, right? 6 whole months of freedom. Well, it wasn't. I spent most of it on my phone, scrolling, checking, watching, and repeating. Days disappeared into screens. I was there, but I wasn't really present. I'd wake up and reach for my phone before even getting out of bed. I'd tell myself just 5 minutes, and an hour would vanish. I'd go to bed promising that tomorrow would be different, but the cycle would end up repeating. One day, I realized that I had done nothing meaningful in that vacation so far, nothing productive. And that realization made me ask myself a question. Are we coding the future we want with technology? Or is technology just quietly coding us? We think we're making choices. We choose what apps to open, what videos to watch. We're building towards our future, right? But are we really? Every app is designed to keep you hooked. Teams of engineers and psychologists work just so you stay a little bit longer. Every video leads to another, picked by an algorithm that knows your preferences better than you know yourself. Every notification pulls you back in. When was the last time you decided to open Instagram to check one message and actually ended up closing it? More often, you find yourself 20 minutes later scrolling reels, which you never even intended to do in the first place. According to CDC, over half of American teenagers spend 4 or more hours every single day on their devices. But how much of that is genuine choice versus just a response to nudges and triggers we never even agreed to? Here's what happens. We give data with every click, and technology gives us content tailored to our habits. We think we're making choices, but we're just following a path here. We think that we are exploring the internet, but the internet ends up curating us. It shapes what we see, what we think matters, and even how we feel. The algorithm learns what keeps you engaged and gives you more of it. Watch one video about cats, and the next thing you know, your entire feed is filled up with videos of cats. You think the system is giving you content that everyone thinks about and everyone cares about, but everyone mostly doesn't, and it just gives you content that you yourself like so that you stay a little bit longer on that app. During that vacation, whenever I checked my screen time, I saw hours vanished into content I barely remembered. I couldn't tell you what, let alone last week. My phone wasn't serving me, I was serving my phone. I was giving it my time, my attention, my energy, and almost getting nothing out of it in return. I thought about all the things I had planned to do during that vacation. I wanted to learn new skills, like web development, and maybe even end up building a personal website. I wanted to read more books and start preparing for my SATs. But instead, I had 6 months of blurred memories of other people's content. So I decided to change. I set limitations and deleted social media apps. I picked up old hobbies like reading and art. I started having real conversations without checking my phone every few minutes. I'd feel anxious at first, like I was missing out on something. I'd reach for my phone dozens of times in a day, just out of pure habit. But gradually, I started having thoughts that were actually mine instead of just reactions to content someone else created. I started creating more than just blindly consuming. My phone became a tool again, not something that controlled me. This isn't just about screen time, though. It's about agency, the power to choose who we become. And if we're not careful, we risk letting algorithms define our interest, letting trends dictate our growth, and letting notifications destroy our focus. For my generation especially, this matters. We are the ones who will shape the future, and the creativity and depth we develop right now will shape everything we build later on. But if we spend these years with our attentions constantly fragmented, what kind of future will we be capable of creating? Think about the skills that matter most, skills like creative thinking, deep focus, genuine human connection, the ability to sit with the problem until you solve it. These aren't skills that are developed by just scrolling. They require presence and uninterrupted time. I'm not suggesting we abandon technology fully. Technology is powerful. It connects us, teaches us, enables us to create in ways previous generations could never. We need to engage with it intentionally. Set boundaries. Know when to pick up your phone and when to put it away. Question your habits. When you reach for your phone, ask yourself why. Are you bored, anxious, or do you actually have something specific to do? Start creating more than just blindly consuming. If you spend hours on your device, how much of that is spent creating versus consuming? The ratio matters. Remember, devices are here to improve our lives, not replace it. So here's my final question for you. Do you think you are coding your future with technology? Or is technology quietly coding you? We can build the future we actually want with technology, but only if we choose to. Starting now, the future belongs to those who are present enough to create it. Thank you.